Welcome back to the fourth episode of the JMP Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the plan for the next year for the channel. So what our video release schedule is looking like and all that stuff. So let's get into it. First off, I'd like to say Merry Christmas. I'm recording this the day after Christmas and I had a great Christmas and I hope you did as well. Okay, let's start off with how the podcast is going to work over the next year. So as you may have noticed, I skipped last week's podcast because I'm trying to also grow a production company on top of the YouTube channel, so doing client work, stuff like that. My schedule kind of got crazy and it's going to get a little bit more busy with client work and stuff like that. So starting now, the podcast is going to come out every other week instead of every week. It's just a lot of work to produce this podcast. It takes like an hour or even two to record, and it just takes a while to edit and everything like that. So starting off, we're going to move this podcast from weekly to every other week. I want to do this every week, but it just takes too much time. So yeah, every other week we're going to be doing this podcast. Now, as far as the video schedule goes, I really want to make videos every single week. That's the goal. Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific time is what I want to keep doing. I've been doing that pretty consistently. I've only missed a couple weeks in the past several months, and I still want to do that. Now, as far as video structure goes, my plan is to make even longer videos. So instead of like maybe 3 or 5 minutes, I want to make maybe 6-8 minute long videos, and I want to get the best videos I can to you. So I'm going to be producing videos a little bit longer out. So maybe if I have a video, I want to be able to film it a month in advance so I can have more time with the edit and not be so stressed. A lot of the time when I'm producing content, I'm just other videos come for client work and maybe other photo jobs, and it just kind of gets pushed until the last second. So a lot of the videos you've been seeing the past like month or two have been made like Friday and published on Saturday, and I do it all in one day. My goal is to make the best content for you, and I can't do that if I'm rushed last minute. So that's the goal, is to make weekly videos about maybe 6 to 8 minutes long on average. Some may be shorter, some might be longer, and I want to be able to produce those a month in advance. So it's not so stressful last minute, and I have more time to be able to produce that content. As always, let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions or ideas for videos. I'm always looking for ideas for videos, either for long form videos like the past couple, or even for short form content. Now, moving on to short form content, I want to be able to make a short every single day like I have been doing. But you got to understand it's also a lot of work, just like this podcast is. So it may not be every single day, but I still want it to be. Now, again, this is ideal scenario. So ideally, I'd have a podcast every other week. But you got to understand, because I'm, doing client work and stuff like that, maybe there's a week where I can't produce the podcast. But the goal is for it to be every other week, and that's kind of why I want to get ahead of things. If I can be making the podcast a week in advance, then I don't have to worry about it the day before like right now. I'm recording this on Tuesday morning. I got to edit it really fast as I can. I got to get it out and published tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. So again, the whole theme of this is just to spread it out a little bit, reduce the podcast by one episode every other week. And I want to be able to produce the content in advance, not be so stressed about getting it last minute. Okay, so that's kind of the goal. I would still want to make the content I've basically been making for the last year, except better, with a little bit more pre-production and post-production, just to make it as good as I can with what I have, and then short-form content as well. Now, as far as short-form content goes, specifically like for the style of videos, other than scheduling, which I still want to be every single day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I've noticed that as far as views go and retention goes, it seems to be working really well outside. But because it's winter months and it gets really dark really fast and it's always cold, and it's like, I got to film this video outside because it seems to be getting more views when I film them outside. But it's just like, I'm super cold and it's like really cold. So that's not working the best. So I think I'm going to be moving into the studio. It's over there. I built a little rig with a tripod and a mic that's connected to the tripod. Everything's just one stand that I'm not going to touch basically at all. And I'm going to make the content in here. Probably facing basically this way, but a little over that way, or maybe the other way in the studio. But that's the plan. I'm just going to be making the best content I can, and I know I really want to film outside, and we will do that once it gets warmer and brighter out there. But for now, I think we're going to move into the studio just to make it a little bit more convenient on my end and not so cold. Like, you can see my breath in some of the videos out there. It's not ideal to film in because you're out there for like, 30 minutes or something like that, and you're not doing anything physical. It's just like talking like that. So anyway, short form content is going to be every day if I can. Maybe I missed a day because I'm busy or something like that, but every day is the goal, and I'm going to move it into the studio. for like tutorial videos, like, check this thing out, whatever like that. I want to do more photo shoots, and I'm going to be doing more client work, and like that. So maybe if I can produce a video, like I have been, like, check out this photo spot, or check this out, I want to do more of that as well, like little adventure type things, like, check this park out or whatever like that, just for fun, because I think it's great to get out there and not just be in the studio or outside on the porch all the time. So yeah, as always, like we said earlier with the main form videos, let me know questions in the comment section down below. It's always great to have lots of questions, because I can either answer them in text and you guys get your question answered, or I can make a video about it. That's one of the things I love about YouTube and about social media in general, is if I produce a video and you have a question, I can answer it and maybe even make a video about it. It's great for me, because more content, and I don't have to think about like, what video should I make? And then I just get a notification, oh, someone has this question. Oh, I'll make a video about that. That's easy. So yeah, let me know questions, because it's great to answer and I love doing it. So that's the overall schedule. Let me know what you think on the comment section down below. Now, there isn't a ton more to talk about in this video, but I want to show you something that I'm planning for a future video, and that is this right here. It's a present I got for Christmas, and I think it's really cool, and I want to show you guys now. Sorry, audio listeners, you can hop over to the video version on YouTube if you want, but I got these. They're super cool. They're for client work, and when I'm doing stuff like that at events, they're lanyards, plastic lanyards with a little plastic cover over it so it won't get wet or anything. And basically, they're, special customized lanyards that say the John Morse Productions with the QR code to my website. You can check it out if you want, johnmorseproductions.com. And they come in a bunch of different versions. So there's staff, producer, there's staff, again, there's lots of staffs. There's camera, and then there's my name, John Morse. So if I'm working with other people in the future, and it's like, hey, here's your lanyard, your whatever, your staff, or your camera operator, all that kind of stuff, and we can change them out if we want to. I'm going to make a short form video on this because they're super cool and they're pretty cheap as well. So if you're a content creator like myself and you want to get a nice little lanyard, there will be a link down below right now, but I'll also make a short form video about it. They're really cool. Highly recommend them. They don't come with a lanyard strap though, so you'll have to buy those or pick them up at another event or something like that. Anyway, they're super cool. Yeah, I'm excited to use these. I got some other cool presents too, like them, like t-shirts and stuff with my logo. By the way, if you're on YouTube, there is a merch store down below if you want to pick up a t-shirt or anything like that. I'm going to be doing a refresh on the merchandise at some point soon. I hope, it's crazy busy. But if you want to pick up those designs in their current state, check them out in that little shop down below. I think that's going to be about it for today's video. Again, these are all ideal scenarios. So I might drop out for a week or something like that. It's just, this is what I want to do, and I want to schedule everything out in a month. So it's just all consistent. But again, these are ideal scenarios, so I might get busy. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. If you want to do all the things, so like, subscribe, comment, share, follow me on social media, check out our sponsors, buy merchandise, or check out the affiliate links. They're all below in the description below. That's going to be it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, and Merry Christmas. Anyway, I'll see you later.